All right, good evening, everybody, and happy Thursday night. We're almost to Friday. We're just about there. And before we get there, it is going to be a beautiful night with a beautiful moon in sight and visible. Skies are mostly clear. And if you look out right now, you look off to the horizon, even up, it's pretty high in the sky at this hour is the full harvest moon. Also a super moon. It is the fourth super moon of 2023. So you've heard that a lot this year, right? Every moon's a super moon or it's a blue moon, etc. But good news, skies are clear. You'll be able to see the harvest moon to super moon because it's actually closer to Earth on its orbit right now, which appears slightly brighter, to be exact, 14% brighter compared to regular full moons. Right now, or at least this evening, tonight, illumination will be at 99%, just about there, right? By tomorrow morning, and I believe tomorrow night, it'll be up to 100%. I believe the peak of the full harvest moon will be September 29th, which is tomorrow. So yeah, but you'll be able to see it tonight and tomorrow, and just as bright this evening, and again, a little brighter thanks to its position and its orbit around our planet. Unfortunately, you can't see it with any of our cameras outside, but I'll be able to adjust that later on, so tune into Ken's 5 News at 10 if you want to see a cool shot of the moon. If not, send us your photos, your video. That does certainly help. It gives us great viewings and great vantage points of the moon outside, especially for those who have nice, cameras, high resolution cameras, video cameras, things like that. So if you have any cool videos or photos of the full moon tonight or tomorrow, again, feel free to send it our way through Ken's 5 social, Facebook, I would say Twitter, but it's X now, Instagram, and or email us at kens5.com. You can do newsdesk at kens5.com or to my social media, Instagram, Facebook, X, and things like that. But again, it's mostly clear outside, and temperature-wise, we are in the 80s, near 90 at this hour. It's very hot. It's 100 in Phoenix, 85 in Kansas, 80 in Louisiana and New Orleans. So it is cooking outside this evening. If you have any questions, feel free to send them my way, guys. I am doing all right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's do this. Can't wait for cool breezes, Angela says. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait. So today was like 96 degrees, guys. This weekend will be very similar. Partly cloudy, kind of some isolated showers around tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. But great news. Our forecast models have depicting and suggesting a change in the pattern by next week. It's looking like Thursday night into Friday morning next week, so 7 to 8 days out, our first cold front of the season. Now, it looks like it's going to drop highs from the 90s down into the 70s and 80s. Now, if you're from San Antonio, that's a lot cooler. If you're not from here, if you're from farther north like Minnesota, the Great Lakes, the Pacific Northwest, that may not be cool or cold to you. But for us, if we can get highs down into the 70s, we'll take that, and that's certainly a big change in temperature from air mass to air mass. So again, that's what the forecast models are saying. You can see outside it's clear. And here's what I was mentioning, the forecast model. This is a long-range model. You'll see by Monday and even through Tuesday, it's pretty quiet. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s here in San Antonio. And then here comes that push of cooler air. Thursday into Friday. And it looks like it'll spark off a chance at storms Thursday as well. On top of everything leading to that, every day leading up to next week, next Thursday and Friday, will be additional rain chances. So it looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week, we'll have a potential and opportunity at seeing isolated to scattered storms as temperatures start to trend cooler in the lower 90s and upper 80s. So good news is on the way, and hopefully that front verifies and moves through and packs a punch because we do need it. And matter of fact, October begins this weekend. It begins on Sunday. Yeah, last day of September is this Saturday, and the 1st of October is Sunday. Looking good. Today's high temperature was hot, 96. Average is 87, so we are nearly 10 degrees above normal. That is a heat wave. It is way too hot for this time of year. And this time of day, it's 89. 90 at Castroville, 87 at Floresville, 88 in Randolph at Randolph Air Force Base, and 80 at Bandera, 87 at Hondo. Putting more counties on the map, you can see anywhere from Del Rio to Pearsall to Cotulla, all still remaining in the lower 90s. So a southeast wind, breezy at times, 5 to 15 miles an hour. on top of some more summer-like heat. And tomorrow will be no different. Light winds 5 to 10 miles an hour at best. Tomorrow's high 95 to 96 for your Friday. And I wouldn't be surprised if an air quality alert was issued for tomorrow. There was one today. Stagnant winds, temperatures in the middle 90s, cooking up heat. And what that does as a result is cook up bad ozone. And that can reduce air quality and definitely irritate those who are sensitive to more ozone in the atmosphere. Outside right now, it is clear. We have a couple of showers out near Hallettsville. We saw one downpour north of Bandera earlier this evening, around the 5 and 6 o'clock hour, of which has rained out. A lot of these showers that form in the afternoon, they have no upper level support. They're driven by daytime heat, and they don't last very long. We could use some more rain, and hopefully we get some later this weekend, and most importantly, next week as well. There are no air quality alerts in effect for San Antonio as of right now. That could change later tonight, tomorrow morning, but stagnant winds lately and building up heat that has cooked up some bad ozone at the surface. So limit time outdoors if that's the case tomorrow, but right now, no current air quality alert in effect or issued. This weekend's forecast, both days very similar. Saturday and Sunday, partly cloudy, sunny. But I think by Sunday, we'll see a little bit more coverage of rain, 20 to 30%. A lot like the last couple of days where, daytime pop-up showers and storms form, mainly after 2 p.m. and last through about 6 and 7. And after that, it is clear, but that's what the weekend is looking like. Morning temperatures in the 70s and highs in the lower to middle 90s. Sunday, a little cooler. Now look at this. This is our QPF model, or the QPF map. It just shows you what rain could look like between now and next Friday. So 7 days out, and it's looking better and better. Usually in the summer, this map looks like light green, almost plain. But the fact that we're filling in more colors with more dark greens, blues, light blues, and even purples towards the Texas coast, it's a promising sign and a promising trend. Again, not expecting much rain tomorrow nor through the weekend, but progressively, day by day. Starting on Sunday and through Monday and Tuesday next week, rain chances gradually get better. And through the late morning and afternoon hours, we could potentially see a couple of localized downpours move into the region. And great news, with more rain chances come with more cloud cover, and what that will do is trend down temperatures slightly. Average this time of year is 87. Instead, we're at 96 today. Same thing for tomorrow. But by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, as more clouds build in, and so does the chance at rain, it also will help our temperatures trend a little cooler by the middle part of next week. So we're crossing our fingers for that, and also some cooler air. It's not appearing on the 7-day, but again, I would say if we do see that front move through, if it verifies, if the forecast models are onto the right idea, and it's looking that way because the last 48 hours, each iteration of each model has been showing a front moving through that is strong in nature next Thursday night and next Friday morning. And what that would do is drop highs from the lower 90s down probably into the upper 70s and even lower 80s, somewhere in that region. We're still 8 days out, so there's a lot to fine tune in the forecast and iron out the details and things like that. But we'll keep you posted. 7-day forecast tomorrow, 96, only a 10% chance at rain. Saturday, 20%. Sunday, better chance at isolated storms, but still running at a 20%. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it bumps up slightly, more scattering of rain through the middle part of next week. October begins on Sunday, and it looks like the beginning of October will be hot compared to average, but closer to where we should be this time of year, and hopefully more clouds and hopefully more rain in the forecast. Good evening, John. Hope you're having a wonderful night. How you doing today? I'm doing great, man. I'm filling in for Mr. Bill Taylor tonight. He's enjoying a night off, as he should, and just updating the forecast. As you can see, hopefully next week offers up a pretty good chance at some much needed rain. Saw an airplane on the airport cam. Yeah, that happens a lot. Typically we'll be going live with our San Antonio International camera at the airport, and we'll always see planes taking off, landing. It's a really cool vantage point. And it also gives us good weather vantage points because it's pointing out to the, I think it's to the west or northwest, and typically that's where storms roll. And so our airport camera does a good job at showing us some good detail in the weather department. So Very cool there. Okay, again, guys, that's a 7-day forecast. I'll leave it on there for a little longer. But yeah, good news is on the way. A little cooler Sunday through next week, lower 90s instead of middle to upper 90s, so that's some improvement. But if you're just joining us, our forecast models are saying, hey, next Thursday night, next Friday, a pretty good chance at storms. Also, some cooler air behind this next front that would make temperatures fall back into the 80s, and hopefully some 70s are on the horizon. We'll see if that materializes. But yeah, October typically is that time of year when we see fronts start moving through more actively and more frequently, providing in cooler air and also, consistent rain chances as well too. Okay, that's it for the forecast, guys. We'll be on KENS 5 News at 10 with the latest on local news, weather, and sports. Tune in then. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment on here, or also if you miss me, you can go to my social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, etc. If you have any questions about traveling or questions about maybe the fall season, about winter, El Nino is coming up, it's strengthening, and that's what that's going to do is help us cool down into the winter, hopefully. Typically with El Nino, that usually brings in cooler weather, also more wetter climate as well. Into the winter season specifically. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on social. Aside from that, that is the forecast. I'll keep up this a little longer. For now, have a wonderful Thursday night and be safe.